today I'll be presenting Unique Verify. It is a decentralized credential verification system for university credentials. Students get cryptographically signed digital credentials and store it in their own wallet. When they apply for jobs, they can instantly prove they have a valid degree, and even the employers can check for the validity without involving any third-party services. And this approach is very instant and tamper-proof. So I'll walk you through student portal where you can authenticate with DID, manage your credentials, and control your credentials as well. So when you click on the authenticate with DID, you can scan the QR code generated with your private to ID wallet app. And I'll click on the sign in the wallet app. And once the request gets processed, because this is my first time registering with this account, I'll need to link my student ID with my DID, and I'll enter my dummy email student email ID and the password, and I'll click on link it. So once it gets linked, next time I don't need to link it again. I can just directly log in with the basic scan of the QR code. Currently, there are no credentials here, but yeah, in future, all your credentials will be stored here, and you can manage them there. This is the university portal where it will issue credentials, track students, and everything. And this application is managed or hosted by the university, so they just need to log in using their own API key. This way, they manage all the data with them only. So here you have the interface to issue credential where you can specify the student ID, you can specify the major, the degree, GPA, and currently we are just supporting basic fields for testing purpose. But once you click on issue credential, it will generate a QR code which the student can scan and add it to his own wallet. Here they can also manage the credentials. Currently, no credential has been issued yet, so there is nothing to be displayed, but you can revoke the credential here and manage it here as well. Next, we will go to the employer portal. And in the employer portal, it's basically you log in using the employer email ID and password, and they can request for basic details instead of uh, verifying everything. So you log in with the email ID and password, and it will create a verification request with the specific criteria that you enter here. And here it will generate a QR code, and the student will scan the QR code and basically approve whether he like allows for the verification or not. And in the next, the other tab, it's the verification history where where the employer can track the whole status, and he can just go through all the requests that has made till now. And in the verify credential, you can generate the QR code, but currently the QR code generation of the employer portal and the issuer portal are not yet integrated, so which we are still working on it. But this is basically the application interface. But on generating the QR code by the employer, it basically their wallet loads their credential, wallet checks if any credential matches the requirement, then it generates a selective disclosure proof, providing that they have a master's in CS or anything, and this is sent back to the to our backend callback, which the employer can then just check it and check and see the status of his request. Next, we have implemented basic functionalities like student authentication using DIDs, generating of the QR code, DID to student account linking, and the complete credential issuance and the employer verification UI. So we have created the whole architecture or the skeleton of the application, and now the major implementations like issuer node integration, where we'll just replace the mock data with real polygon ID, issuer node API calls. Then we will have Pinata integration uh, where we will use the real Pinata uploads using pin.json to IPF. Then we will also have zero knowledge proof verification using Snark.js and other useful libraries. And to give a quick walkthrough of the code, so we have three main folders: front-end, contracts, and backend. For contracts, we have used Solidity, and which we have just gone with the original submitted smart contracts, and we have deployed it on Polygon. Um and then we have the backend folder, which has basic Node.js implementation using libraries like EtherJS, Express, and Helmet to ensure for API handling and calls. Then we have the main three files here: the auth service, issuer service, and verification service. They have the corresponding interfaces and controllers as well. And then we also have helper files for all this stuff. So basically, auth service controls the authentication of the application of the users and employers. Then issuer service is basically the functionality that the admin provides about the issuing and credential, revoking a credential, And then the verify service deals with the functions for verifying or generating proof requests by the employers. Then we have the front end folder. It has the basic pages for admin, employer, and student. We are using Next.js, as I said, it's very simple and easy. And we have deployed this current application on Vercel, and the backend has been deployed on Render. And we have added some mock data using with the database Supabase. Thank you.